Jey Uso lost the WWE Intercontinental Championship to Bron Breakker on Monday Night Raw. Taking to his Instagram stories, the Yeet Master shared a video posted by the Stamford-based company's official handle. During Jey's title showdown against Breakker, the Bloodline made sure to make its presence felt. Chaos ensued after interference by Solo Sikoa and his stablemates. Eventually, the self-proclaimed tribal chief cost his brother the Intercontinental Championship. On Instagram, WWE shared a video of Jey hitting Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga with a superkick during the match. The 39-year-old star reposted the video on his Instagram story. Jey's first ever reign as a singles champion in WWE lasted for 28 days. He had one successful title defense, defeating Xavier Woods on an edition of Monday Night Raw recently. WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long discussed Jey Uso's Intercontinental Championship loss to Bron Breakker during the latest edition of Monday Night Raw. While speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine podcast, Long stated that WWE made the Yeet Master's title loss seem believable. Jey is expected to reunite with the original Bloodline after losing the Intercontinental Championship. In recent weeks, Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso have crossed paths with the Yeet Master, who seemed least interested in reuniting with his brothers. The WWE Universe was rocked recently when Jey Uso lost the Intercontinental Championship, a title he fiercely defended since his recent singles run following his move away from the Bloodline. The WWE Intercontinental Championship has long been a coveted title, with legends like Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and The Miz adding their names to its storied lineage. For Jey, it was more than just a championship. It was a symbol of his independence, resilience, and newfound path as a solo competitor. So, when he lost the title, fans eagerly waited to hear from him, to understand his mindset, and to know what his next steps would be. After days of silence, Jey Uso finally broke his social media hiatus with a heartfelt post that sent shockwaves through the WWE community. In an Instagram post featuring a candid, black-and-white photo of him sitting alone in the locker room, titleless but introspective, he poured out his thoughts on the highs and lows of his recent journey. The post, "The grind never stops, even when the championship does. Lost the gold, but I gained something more, belief. Belief in myself, in my journey, and in the fire that burns in my soul. You've been with me every step of the way, from when I was just Jimmy's brother to when I stood shoulder to shoulder with my family in the Bloodline. Now I'm out here alone finding my way. That championship meant the world to me. Losing it, that hurt, but it doesn't break me. This is just one chapter. The story ain't over. Hashtag down since day on, hashtag we Theons, hashtag this is fourth Usos." The caption may have been short, but the words were loaded with emotion and significance. It encapsulated Jey's essence. A mix of determination, resilience, and pride. It highlighted his realization of how far he's come, not just as a wrestler, but as a person, especially since stepping away from the Bloodline. Jey's journey is a classic story of self-discovery and independence. For years, he was part of the legendary tag team, the Usos, with his twin brother, Jimmy. Together, they redefined the tag team division, winning multiple championships and showcasing their unbreakable bond as family and partners. But things took a dramatic turn with the formation of the Bloodline. Standing alongside Roman Reigns as part of the family's dominant faction, Jey was often portrayed as Reigns' enforcer, occasionally doubting his loyalty but always falling in line with the family's wishes. The dynamics changed when he eventually decided to leave the faction, choosing to carve out his own path instead of being overshadowed. The decision wasn't easy, and it led to many internal struggles, but that struggle paid off when he earned the Intercontinental Championship, a title that symbolized his success outside of his family's influence. The crowd was firmly behind him, seeing his title win as a validation of his hard work, passion, and individuality. For Jey, this wasn't just about holding a belt, it was about proving his worth, showing that he could stand on his own and be a champion without the shadow of the Bloodline hanging over him. The loss of the championship wasn't just a defeat, it was a reminder of the ups and downs that come with venturing on your own. In his post, Jey acknowledged the pain of losing, not just the championship, but also the recognition and validation that came with it. His words struck a chord with fans, who have watched him struggle to redefine himself in a world where success is often fleeting. For Jey, this loss was a test of his resolve. Instead of succumbing to self-doubt, he used it as an opportunity to grow. Losing the championship might have stripped him of the title, but it didn't take away the belief he's gained in himself or the fans' unwavering support. By addressing this in his post, he showed a level of vulnerability that many athletes shy away from. It was his way of acknowledging the pain, but also making a promise that this setback was temporary. Jey's post wasn't just a reflection on his journey, it was a direct message to the fans. He thanked them for being there through every phase, every triumph, and every failure. His hashtags, #DownSinceDayon and #Waithions, served as reminders of the loyalty he shares with his fanbase. They've supported him from his days as a tag team specialist to his rise as a singles competitor. This post was his way of giving back, reminding his fans that he's not giving up, and neither should they. Jey's willingness to be open and honest, to share both his highs and lows, has endeared him to fans. He's shown that he's not just a character in a storyline, he's a person who's fighting for something bigger than himself. His post captured this perfectly, a simple yet profound acknowledgement of his journey and the fans who have been there every step of the way. Naturally, this post has fueled speculation about Jey's next move. Fans are buzzing about potential rematches, possible alliances, and the ever-present question of whether he might return to the bloodline. Some believe that this loss could be the start of a new storyline, perhaps a redemption arc where he fights his way back to the top. Others wonder if he might join forces with other WWE superstars who have also chosen to step away from factions, possibly leading to a new alliance that would shake up the WWE landscape. There's also speculation that this post could signal a more intense, focused Jey Uso, someone who's ready to prove himself even more. Losing the Intercontinental Championship might have been a setback, but it's clear that Jey isn't done yet. His words suggest that he's only getting started, that there's more to come, and that he's ready to fight for his place in WWE's storied history.